Hi, welcome everyone. I'm Lisa Zimmer. I'm a doTERRA Blue Diamond, and we are here today to talk to you about the health benefits for metabolic health and doTERRA's new MetaPWR system. So I have a special guest with me today. Her name is Laura Atterbury, and she's a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner. And I'm going to talk as little as possible because she is the health professional and smart one today. So she's going to share with us what is interesting about these products, how they can help this, and what you need to know about your own body aside from the products. So Laura, take it away.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. Let me share my screen here. And Lisa, you just feel free to jump in anytime and stop me, but I'm just going to start and keep going.
Sounds great.
Let me get this up the right way. Okay, there we go.
Perfect.
All right. So I'm so happy to be here and share this information with you. It is truly my passion to give you the education that you need to bring into your own life so that you have vibrant health now and in the future. So Lisa introduced me. Thank you. And my name is Laura Atterbury. I'm a functional diagnostic nutrition practitioner, and I'm also a doTERRA Platinum leader. So I am certified in blood chemistry analysis. I look at your blood work from optimal ranges, not reference ranges, and I provide an overall picture of the most important dysfunctions so that they can be addressed and resolved. So today I want to talk about what metabolic chaos is and how to bring MetaPWR in to help. All right, metabolic chaos. You have probably not heard this term before, but it is the most common dysfunction that I see on people's blood work. I would say over 90% of the clients that I see have metabolic chaos come back as one of their top dysfunctions. So what is it? It is a cluster of problems that when you have all of these at the same time, it increases your risk of stroke, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. Now, there's one thing that ties all of this together that ties into MetaPWR, and we'll get into that. So think about your own health right now. Have you been told you have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and excess body fat? Well, if you have those things together, then you have metabolic chaos. But here's the crazy thing. This is shocking. Only 6.8% of the US population has a healthy cardiometabolic system. That means 93% of the population is dealing with metabolic chaos. That means 93% of the population has a higher risk for stroke, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. So ask yourself, how many times has your doctor told you your blood work was normal, or maybe only pointed out 1 or 2 markers that were high? Did he look for the metabolic chaos pattern? Did he let you know that you're at higher risk? Or did he just give you a prescription to address that one thing that was high? These dysfunctions didn't just happen overnight. It takes years of diet choices, sedentary lifestyle, unresolved stress, lack of sleep, et cetera, et cetera. We know the things, right? So why do we think that one pill is going to fix the ill?
I love that.
We have to get out of it the same way we got into it, and that's by our daily lifestyle choices. Guys, I hate to tell you this, nobody's coming to save you. Our health is up to us. It is our responsibility. We can't leave it to our doctor who we see 30 minutes 3 times a year. It is our responsibility. And the things that we do today determine our health and our life in 1 year, in 5 years, and 10 years. So if you're wanting to be healthy and live vibrant and enjoy your kids and your grandkids and travel, then you have to decide today what you're going to do to make that happen in the future. So the good news is that changing our daily habits with simple, sustainable, healthy choices can reverse years of chaos. I believe things can be reversed. Now, it didn't take you a week to get into it. It's not going to take you a week to get out of it, but there is hope. So by picking one or two things to focus on, like cutting out sugar and improving your sleep, that improves all of the other areas in your body. So look at it this way. Don't be overwhelmed. Just do 1% better than you did yesterday. If you just look at being 1% better in 365 days, imagine how much better you're going to be. And that also makes it to where you can keep it in and it's sustainable. You don't get overwhelmed, throw your hands up and say, this is too hard, I'm going to quit. You just focus on one thing. All right, blood sugar regulation. This is such a top priority to get under control for our health. When you have blood sugar that's balanced, you're going to have stable energy levels, balanced mood, and a healthy brain. It's the spikes and the dips that we go through that wreak havoc on nearly every system and process in the body. So I look at this like, I love analogies. So I think about a car. If I get into my car and I'm driving and I just throw down the gas and then slam on the brakes, throw down the gas and slam on the brakes. Fine, if I do that a couple of times, that's not smart, but it's not going to damage anything. If I drive that way every single time I get in the car, every single day, well, then of course it's going to break down my car. It's going to break down the engine, the tires. It's not good on the seatbelt. It's not good on any part of my car. Same with our bodies. When we do that spike and that crash, it is tearing down our body, and that affects every single system in the body. So that's why blood sugar regulation is such a top priority, and why, if we can get that under control, we see so much benefit body-wide. All right, so how can we support stable blood sugar? Remove refined and processed foods, eat healthy, whole, organic foods, optimize your sleep, reduce your stress. I know, easier said than done. We know all the answers, right? Where's the magic pill? We have to do these things, but as I said before, 1% better at this meal. What can I improve? Can I take a 10-minute walk after I eat? Set your timer literally for 5 minutes, walk away from your house for 5 minutes, and turn around and come back for 5 minutes. Like every little thing you do, that is going to help support stable blood sugar. So how does blood sugar fit into metabolic chaos? Well, we talked about the things that come together to create metabolic chaos, but look, the center circle is your metabolic chaos. It ties to every single organ and system in the body, and they work back and forth, which means metabolic chaos is going to affect everything, and everything is going to affect your blood sugar and your metabolism. So just think, look at this and think, if I can control that middle circle, if I can improve my middle circle, everything else is going to be improved. All right, so I talked about how high blood pressure, high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and excess body fat play into metabolic chaos. Let's show how blood sugar plays into each one of these, okay? So high blood sugar is going to eventually lead to these other things. So let's talk about that. So blood sugar and high blood pressure. So insulin has an effect on nitric oxide production in the blood vessels. It blocks the ability to even make nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is important to blood vessels because it expands the size of the blood vessels and lowers your blood pressure. High levels of insulin impairs the body's ability to lower blood pressure via nitric oxide production, and this in turn increases the risk of high blood pressure. All right, simplified. If you eat sugar and your insulin spikes, your blood cells are going to go like your blood vessels are going to go like this. When you're eating healthy and your blood sugar is balanced, your blood vessels are like this. So what do you want to send your blood through? A smaller vessel, a smaller constricted vessel, or a nice big open healthy vessel? When you eat sugar and your insulin spikes, it brings that vessel down because nitric oxide cannot be produced. And so continually doing that day after day after day constricts those blood vessels, and now your blood has to push through, a high rate of blood has to push through to get through those vessels. So that's how blood sugar plays into blood pressure. How does it play into high cholesterol? When you eat sugar or processed carbs, your liver makes more LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol. while lowering your good cholesterol, your HDL. The extra sugary calories increase your triglycerides, which is a type of blood fat. So when you go to eat that cookie, kind of think in the back of your mind, okay, this is going to increase my bad cholesterol, but it's also lowering my good cholesterol. That's 2 strikes against you right there. And then increasing your triglycerides is adding blood fat, and that's going to slow things down as well. Blood sugar and heart disease. People with blood sugar dysregulation tend to have higher inflammation in their body, and their LDL particles are smaller and more dense. That opens the opportunity for them to get inside the blood vessels and create plaque in your arteries. Buildup of plaque leads to blockage, and then that leads to heart disease. Blood sugar and stroke. If your body isn't using insulin correctly, glucose builds up in your blood, and over time, high glucose damages your vessels, increasing your risk of stroke. All right, add that to the smaller constricted vessels, add that to the plaque in the arteries. All of this is playing into the metabolic chaos. So now can you see all the puzzle pieces and how important and interconnected they are, and how important just blood sugar regulation is, right? So important.
Laura, I want to make sure that people that are watching are clear too, that we're not just talking about people with, what do I want to say, diabetes or insulin dependent. Like this is, regardless, the effects are the same on everyone's body when we're talking about. Okay,
so
make sure that was clear.
That is such a good point, because we don't just show up one day. We don't just wake up with diabetes, right? It starts out small. We eat too much, and then our body has a hard time handling the insulin. Then we do that enough, and now we're insulin resistant. And now we turn over to pre-diabetes, and then we go into diabetes. Like, it is a process, and every single body responds this same way to insulin. So if you don't have it yet and you want to stay healthy, get rid of your, cut down your sugar and regulate your blood sugar. Exactly. Such a good question.
Excellent.
So what can we do while making these lifestyle changes to help support our blood sugar? We like to see success to be able to keep going. If we work out, and we gain 2 pounds, we're not going to keep working out, right? We need to see some success to move forward. And so it's the same with this. We can start making these lifestyle changes that make the big difference, but we need something to come in and support us and make a difference now. So that's where doTERRA's MetaPWR system comes in. So let me run really quickly through the different parts of the system and why they're important, okay? So first is MetaPWR Metabolic Blend. This features clinically balanced ratios of grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark oils. So we know those 5 oils all alone are really strong and powerful, but when you bring them all together, combined at the right ratio, something really powerful happens. So what this can do is help inhibit your fat cell maturation. So basically, it can help your fat cells stay skinny. It's going to help you curb your cravings, support metabolic health. All right, so there's 4 ways that you can enjoy this metabolic blend. And I only have 2 pictured here, but you have the oil blend in the 15 ml bottle. You have the beadlets, you have the gum, and then you have the soft gels. So I think already people are tending to put this 4 parts of the metabolic blend to the side, thinking it's not important. It is just as important as the other pieces. This is that power that's going to come in and help drive it all home, okay?
Do you mind if I elaborate on what beadlets and soft gels are for those that might be new to doTERRA? So the oil blend is the blend of the oils in the liquid form. Beadlets are, I think beadlets are usually like a drop or a portion of a drop in a single encapsulated piece. And the gum is gum. And soft gels are usually 4 to 5 drops of the essential oil in a soft gel capsule. For those that don't want to taste the oil, you can take a soft gel, or you want just a little bump, you can take a tiny beadlet, and you can mix and match those products throughout the day for your needs, right?
And I really love the gum. I love Cinnamon Zesty. I like this gum even better. And the metabolic blend is so important that doTERRA put it in every single part of this system. Mm-hmm. All right, so the MetaPWR Assist. So this contains white mulberry leaf, berberine, cinnamon, and again, that metabolic blend that we just talked about. So mulberry leaf contains amino sugars, and these bind to your enzymes that break down carbs. So basically how it works is it takes your fast carbs and turns them into slow carbs. It almost kind of like wraps its arms around that carb that's trying to turn into sugar and just pulls it back to slow it down. So we're still absorbing, breaking it down. Absorbing is just slowing down that absorption so you don't get the spikes and the dips like you did. This puts less strain on your body and gives you more energy throughout the day. So berberine has been used for more than 2,000 years, and it activates AMPK. AMPK is important because it plays a role in energy and homeostasis or balance. So energy, we all want more energy, right? So think about it this way. Would you rather take the subway or would you rather take the express train? Well, AMPK is like the express train. So it restores energy balance and accelerates energy production. That's great, right? So it smooths out the dips and it also increases our energy. So MetaPWR Assist decreases post-meal glucose spikes, reduces absorption of simple carbs, supports healthy blood sugar response, and stabilizes your energy throughout the day. So when doTERRA did their trials, this MetaPWR Assist lowered blood glucose spikes by 14.3%. That is huge. If you guys track your blood sugar at all with a blood glucose monitor, you know 14.3% is a huge amount. This little powerhouse, you're going to want this every single day. And then we have the MetaPWR Advantage. This is the collagen. It's 9 different types of collagen, and it's 12 times more absorbable by the body. So when people say, I don't think it's very, very pricey when you consider 9 different types of collagen, when you consider how much better it works, if you were to go try to recreate this, you'd be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars to recreate what doTERRA has done, and you're still not going to get the same thing. So this MetaPWR collagen drink, you take it every single day. It's going to promote healthy biological aging and improve your health span, improve your cognitive function, supports lean muscles and connective tissue, and improves skin elasticity and firmness. We need collagen. This is like the rock star of collagen out there. It's really amazing.
Are you going to elaborate on biological aging for me and health span?
I totally can.
Just
so health span. So as we get older, we have our chronological age, right? So we live till, say, we're 90. Well, our health starts to break down. Let's say our health starts to break down at 75. How can we have that health span meet our chronological age? How can we stay healthier longer? Well, it's by bringing things in like the MetaPWR system, and by balancing our blood glucose levels and having the energy and the resources now, because we've seen the success and the improvement, then it just keeps us going on making other lifestyle changes. Your biological age, and I can talk about, you can actually go to www.aging.ai.com. And if you have some blood markers, you can enter your blood markers and it will calculate your biological age. Okay.
Love it. That's what I want people to know. I told you I was in the pool with a friend of mine, and she said she had that done by a professional. And even though she's 50, her biological age is 65.
And so this MetaPWR is going to help her bring those two together, right? And have her biological age closer to her chronological age.
So exciting.
Yes. So that's www.aging.ai is what I think. I'm pretty sure the website is. So if you've got blood marker numbers, you can put those in and calculate it for yourself. Okay. So where can you learn more about the MetaPWR system? Of course, jump on to the Yay Oils Public Education Facebook page. You can talk to your wellness advocate, or doTERRA has created a free course that you can take and go through with all the science and all the studies and all the good information behind that. Okay, so if you're asking yourself, how do I know if I have metabolic chaos? Look to your blood work. All right, so this is probably unlike any blood report that you've seen. This is my fancy blood chem report. I run this on every single client. I take the markers from their blood results and I put them in And this shows us the biggest areas of dysfunction. So you can see this client has a 95% dysfunction in their adrenal function, 94% in their cardiovascular function, and 93% dysfunction in their blood sugar regulation. That right there is metabolic chaos. So I know if we address just these top dysfunctions, and I can address most of it by helping them manage their blood sugar, then the downstream effect is that all of these other dysfunctions that they have going on is going to be improved, right? So that's a really cool thing to actually see it in chart form like this.
Is this an example of someone with diabetes or pre-diabetes, or those markers aren't there yet?
This is insulin resistance.
Okay,
This
so
isn't
they are
even,
not diabetic.
right. This is not diabetic. This is
And look at how messed up that is already. Okay,
yes,
good.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Okay, so we talked about cholesterol playing into this. This is another part of that same client's report, and you can see that the triglycerides are high, the LDL cholesterol is high, and the total cholesterol is high, right? That's important to know, and it gives a really good detailed information about it. And then this same report, their blood glucose numbers are high, their insulin is high, their glucose is high, and again, their cholesterol and HDL ratio is high. So it's just pointing back and just confirming that, yes, they do have that metabolic chaos. So if you're interested in that detailed report that I just showed, you can join me in the MetaPWR Real Results group program. So what this does is we take a full blood panel before we start MetaPWR, and then we do another full blood panel 90 to 120 days after we've started MetaPWR to see how it's improved. I wanted the proof. I wanted the numbers. So I started to do this for myself, and then a lot of people wanted to jump in, so I've created this group program. Now, what the group program includes is 2 full complete blood panels. I run every marker. A lot of times your doctor is limited by your insurance on what they'll run, so that can be limiting. I run every single marker. So you're gonna get 2 full blood panels, 2 personalized blood chemistry reports like you just saw, private Facebook group for support and education, and free access to the MetaPWR Real Results course. That's where we talk about MetaPWR, but I also educate you on how to read your blood reports. So here's your options. It's 1 payment of $6.99, or you can do 3 payments of $233. And then I know a lot of you have done, you've already had your blood drawn by your doctor in anticipation for MetaPWR. So
Yes.
for those of you that still would like to get your hands on that detailed blood chemistry report, you can get the report only for $75. Now, I do want you to understand that's the report only. You're not going to get any support from me or access to the group program or private educational page. And then also the amount of detail in your report is going to be determined by the amount of markers that your doctor ordered. So I still think that everybody can get good information. It may not be as detailed as if you went with me, we did all of the markers. So as long as you understand that, we're good. And I'm happy to get you that report only if that's what you would like.
Fantastic. Thanks, Laura.
All right. So that's all I have. I appreciate you guys coming. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at imperfectlywholelife@gmail.com. If you're ready to get started with one of those 3 choices, you can scan that QR code, or I will get Lisa the links she can put inside the group, and you can have that information, and you can reach out and we can get started.
Love it. All right.